Wow, look what I found at an antique store for only $50. The Mattel Real Power Shop. Everything you need to make models, games, gifts, toys, almost anything. Works pine, balsa, plastic, even turns and drills hardwoods. Complete 41-piece shop. Includes a motor unit, safety handle, lathe parts, 2 cutting tools, jigsaw parts, 3 blades, 3 drills, 3 sanding discs and a sanding stick, glue, pine and balsa stock, and a permanent tool chest, complete instruction book, plus plans for projects. The finest woodworking junior power tool shop ever made, all metal construction. It's a drill press, a lathe, a jigsaw, and a sander. What more could a young boy want? This is the motor unit with a simple on-off switch. The decorative cardboard covering advertising was glued on with some glue that dried up and turned into a mess, so I cleaned all of that glue off and I tried to re-glue it so it looked more close to what it would have been when it was new. This is the bulk of the small parts that came with it, minus the combination fence and lathe guide, which I had still left in the toolbox. These are the 3 drill bits. They're sort of spade drill bits, but they're drill bits. The one in the middle is a 1/4 inch. These are the 3 jigsaw blades. They're all the same coarseness, neither fine, coarse, or medium. They're all alike. These 3 little plastic clips are for holding up the cardboard templates for using the lathe if you want to carve a specific pattern. This little plastic piece, believe it or not, is the drill bit chuck. On the left are the 2 lathe cutting tools. They're actually the best part of this kit, and there's nothing terrifically good about them. This black piece on the right and in the center now is for use with the jigsaw. It snaps in to hold the jigsaw blade in place. This you put on the end of a dowel, and it's the drive peg for the lathe. This is the spring for the jigsaw blade, and there are 3 of these knurled 1/4 20 nuts that come with the kit. This says double duty. They call it a safety handle at one instance, and it's also the part that holds the tool bits for the lathe. Here's one of the cardboard templates that's used for cutting a dowel into a shape on the lathe. Here are some more templates. They're just punched out pieces of cardboard, but they work. Let's see what's in the box. I think I opened it upside down. Instructions. Project instructions, slightly used. An airplane, woodpeckers, a rocket, a jewelry box, a racer, lettering, a paddle wheel boat, a cannon, a candle holder, and looks like somebody made a desk set. Like folding a map, there's no correct way. These are templates for the lathe. It says, be a pro, wear your face shield. There was a little face shield supplied with it, which isn't in here, but it was basically just a piece of plastic. We'll get all the parts out of here so you can see them all. Some sandpaper. Now the box is empty. Let's go test all these tools. There's a parts list. Good to know, you'd never figure out what some of these parts are. Let's try the simplest one first. The sander looks easiest. Since it's already pre-assembled. It says roughing the space plate by sanding it lightly. Cover the face plate lightly with glue. Stick the sandpaper disc smooth side to the surface. Smooth out any wrinkles. Sandpaper cap into the hole in the middle of the sandpaper. Let glue set for 5 minutes. That's not exactly stuck to anything. Let's pop this out. I'm looking for a tiny screwdriver. What they didn't do, I don't think, was to sand this and scuff it up. Get some Elmer's rubber cement. Probably ought to not make a mess. course, the instructions said set for 5 minutes, which we don't have the patience for that. Isn't that nice? Let's plug it in and hope it doesn't blow up. Not bad. Now they want us to lower the tailstock onto the motor unit so that the sand discs stick through the tailstock. I guess that means like this. Aren't we fancy? And that's it for instructions for the sanding disc. Let's get a piece of wood. All right, here's 3 kinds of wood. This is pine, probably more than this thing can handle. Got that smooth, but it would take you forever. Here's I think this is basswood. You did a good job on that. There's some balsa. What a machine. Let's assume we're done sanding for a while. Made dust. All right, let's try the jigsaw. That looks complicated. That uses this piece. Attach the safety handle to the motor unit as shown. I could use another screw. I'm guessing this one will do. It's got to go in that hole. They're calling that the safety handle. I have no idea why. Place the jigsaw spring in the safety handle. That looks like a jigsaw spring. It says, notice that the jigsaw blade has a long end and a short end. Oh, yeah, I guess. Put the short end of the blade into the top hole of the jigsaw block. Snap cap into place as shown. This must be the jigsaw block. So you put that in that hole, and then you have some little cap, which must be in this bag. How about that? Fit the block onto the motor shaft as shown. Fit the tailstock firmly. Depress the spring and hook into the jigsaw between the prongs. Well, that ain't hard to do. Fit the tailstock into the grooves at the end of the motor unit. Said if you want to cut a straight edge, attach the fence with the thumb screw and use as a guide. I guess this is the fence. And again, we need yet another thumb screw. Thumb screw is bigger than the fence. Well, this fence doesn't fit very good. It tends to rise up as you tighten it. So I guess you just put it kind of snug. All right, let's try cutting something. Great fence. Balsa. You notice these vibrating things like this, they're pretty safe for kids. You can put your finger on it because they're not really sharp teeth pulling down. It's abrasive going up and down. Cuts balsa pretty good. Let's take this silly fence off. Pushing pretty hard. But you have a heck of a time even with basswood, let alone pine. I'll either break the blade or take a half an hour to cut through that. Well, so much for the jigsaw. I guess it's just made for balsa. Now let's try a drill press. Well, this ought to be interesting. Alright, let's undo this mess. Now they want the table on the end. They want you to extend it 1/4 of an inch past the, and then turn this handle tight. Well, that's as tight as it's going to get, I guess. I don't know why they want it past it 1/4 inch. Doesn't make sense to me. Let me make it flush. Because it's going to have to sit on end. That'll probably mess up the focus on the camera. They want this safety handle into the slot. I don't know why they call this a safety handle. Guess they shouldn't have taken it off. Ah, they're going the other way. Well, that's the safety handle. Choose the drill size you need. Well, these are the drill bits. Let's start with the smallest. Slide the drill into the motor shaft so that the tabs in the drill get around the shaft. That would be this thing. Gotta go all the way through. Oh, and it wobbles like crazy. Oh, that's no way to drill a hole. Oh. If this could drill a straight hole, monkeys at my uncle. Wow, there's a spring there, but this we'll try drilling a hole in balsa, but I don't even think that'll work. got to tell you though, I think this drill press part of it is actually dangerous for little kids. Let's try the next size bit up. I would try drilling a bigger one. Well, that's a hole. I won't say that it drilled it so much as it chewed its way through. I mean, that's a lot bigger than a drill bit. This thing wobbles like crazy. I can probably demonstrate this better on its side. It doesn't have to be. Well, maybe not, because the slide is complicated. I'm hoping the focus on the camera will work here. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to clamp this piece so that I can demonstrate this. All right. Now just to illustrate, see how much that drill bit wobbles? And that's a lot less than it did before. But see that wobble? That's the way it ended up. Can you imagine? This thing is dangerous for kids. At least the drill bit. The sander is okay. The jigsaw only in balsa wood maybe. But holy crap. That was ridiculous. All right, now we'll do the lathe. Is the lathe, let me look ahead. Is the lathe the last power tool we have to do? Yes. All right, so set up for the lathe. All right, now I'm set up for a lathe. This thing is a bear, but let's go. And we finally broke off the steady rest. What a piece of crap. But, of course, this was a broom handle, which is not easy stuff. It did cut the lathe bit, seemed sharp enough. All kinds of vibrations. Like I said, I think for kids, this thing is dangerous. So let's look at what we have here. This is the pattern that you might try and follow. And so as your tool rests on that and you go left and right, you should be able to create an image of that shape. It has all of these little stands. There's a few more of them. I'm not sure how many. And it came with a bunch of templates. You would install them on there. You push this and tighten it up. This plastic piece here, this is supposed to just ride in the hole. And then the other one was made for pushing in the 1/4 inch, which I pushed into this old broom handle. Worked fine up until when it broke. And that was because I guess there was too much vibration because it wasn't round enough. Of course, making things round is what a lathe is supposed to do. So at any rate, these are the little plastic ends that hold the templates. This is what you would call your lathe rest, I guess. And this you clip in at an angle, and this is what follows the templates. It's also used as the fence when you're using the jigsaw. And this is your tool bit holder, and it slides along this groove with this plastic part, or I guess the bearing on this machined aluminum chassis. The motor doesn't seem very powerful. It uses a little eccentric here to run the jigsaw blade up and down. So I think it's only safe as a sander. Any use other than that for it, I think I wouldn't want children to be using. When I was just, oh gosh, probably 8 or 10 years old, Mom bought me a jigsaw from Sears and Roebuck. It was just the vibration type, and the salesman demonstrated it by holding his thumb against it. It took real jigsaw blades. It cut real wood, hardwood or softwood. Wasn't fast, but it was way better than these. These are just little round blades, and they hardly cut at all. And there's 3 blades, but there's no coarse, fine, or medium. They're all pretty fine. Mattel made this in 1964. If they made it today, there would be a lot of lawsuits. This thing is not safe for small children. That's just my opinion. Now let's see what else. Didn't they have directions in here for making things? For making a miniature baseball bat? I'm sure if you were a kid in the 1950s and got one of these, you would probably think you're getting something, but gosh, a drill press? No, not with these things they're calling drill bits. A jigsaw? Well, not really. A sander? Yes. A lathe? Definitely not. It turns it fast enough to only cause injury. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.